Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the long overdue update video on Project 56. If you guys are familiar on my channel, you do know me as the Rental Man Buck and the fact that I have a 1972 John Deere 56. Time is definitely ticking away and I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so let's jump right into the video and cover the backstory and see where we're going from here. I do appreciate all you guys stopping by today, taking a peek at this video. So if you do like this kind of content and you would absolutely adore to see more, please consider dropping a like, maybe even think about subscribing. The story of the 56 though goes back to when I was a junior in high school taking a small engines course on the second semester of my school year. This mower was actually sitting out in our shop and you know what, I saw it, I noticed the motor didn't run and I picked it as my project. Sadly, we all know the way 2020 went with the pandemic and that put this project on halt. My senior year though, I actually bought the mower for 50 bucks and I said, you know what, let's get this thing running. After sitting in storage for about a year and a half, I decided that, you know what, it's time to start seeing if we can get this motor to run. I replaced points, I replaced spark plugs, coils, even went in to take apart the block on this thing. And to my pleasant surprise, after about 2 years worth of finagling and 2 YouTube videos later, or about a video and a half, which you guys can check that whole playlist up in your top right hand corner, the 56 actually was able to run. I got the motor running, it just sounded good. I drove it around town for a little while, we made some TikToks and some shorts. But like some things in life, as soon as we got this thing running, tragedy had struck. And we actually ended up blowing the entire motor out of the water of this thing, locking up and basically shutting down this project. And that sums us up to about where we are in modern day. The one thing that has been done is all 4 corners have had brand new tires as well as some bead sealer to help with these old rims seal properly, and we have also successfully removed the seat. Furthermore, that brings us to the main portion as to why this video is being made. Project 56 is far from over, and we got some new light and hope for this project. Let's go check out what that is. Even though that is the original seat to the mower that we finally got off, the magic part is this Tecumseh 220. This 10 horsepower motor is what is going to be saving Johnny 56. But we have to first thank the person that actually helped get this process back up and going. That would be my friend Devon from Minnesota. Devon was one of my TikTok subscribers who reached out and said, hey, I work on small engines and I might have the ability to either get you a motor or build you a motor. So after probably almost 2.5 to 3 months worth of just communicating back and forth, Devon and I finally set up a time where we were able to meet when he was coming down to visit his family that was over on the other part of Nebraska. But we were missing one thing when I actually got the mower, and I want to show you guys that part. You obviously can't have anything nice if you have to try and search for it, right? Well, this little engine pulley you see in front of me was probably one of the hardest things to track down. The Tecumseh here was a motor that did not originally come in any John Deere's that I could find on records. So this engine pulley, because it's not a Tecumseh part, when Devon found this motor, it came out of a GX85 John Deere. By doing research, a 10 horsepower Tecumseh did not go in that. But by tracking after about 2.5 hours that a mid-2000s Craftsman 30-inch wide deck did have this mower. And then basically sifting through about 15 other different parts areas, I did finally come across what was this engine pulley. It's a double stack though, so we had our little drive pulley on top, and on the bottom had the big deck pulley. I'm not planning on using the deck anymore on this mower. It's just going to be used as a garden tractor to pull around an aerator, pull around a cart, pull around really whatever the heck I want, or just scoot around town like Bobby Boucher. But you may be asking yourself, so Buck, if you bought one that was a stack pulley, what on earth did you do to get it to work? I may or may not have used my Sawzall and chopped off the bottom pulley. While that might seem like a crazy person, all I need is really this, and I kept all of the safety points on this thing so it can mount perfectly smooth right up to the bottom half of the block on the crankshaft. When coming back to the 56 though, this thing has a long way to go and a lot of that stuff is mainly cosmetics. I want to be able to redo the top half of this mower since I actually have all of the original OEM decals and will obviously need a new seat. But on the contrary, the most important thing about this project was always getting the engine running. That and probably driving might also be important as well. One big thing though that we're gonna have to do is the motor I'm putting in this does not fit underneath the original cover. Yes, the actual pull shroud fits in the pull spot, but my fuel tank is on the opposite side and the air filter gets in the way. So like a lot of modern rear engine mowers that you see, the top half is just cut open, and that would actually solve my problem because the engine otherwise sits perfectly under this cover. This is older 72 style fiberglass though, so I will have to be very delicate with how I do this process so I do not damage or possibly destroy a very not so great condition cover. I'm really excited though to start digging into this project and start making some more videos on this since we finally have a reason to get this mower back out and bring it back to life. With time continuing to click by though, we're gonna jump into our final segment, guys, hitting the whiteboard and showing you guys what we have planned for this mower. Because you know, I really am starting to get sick and tired of not being able to use this anti-clean soap, all right? This is some great soap and I wanna use it to clean my stuff because this mower's been sitting for 5 years and I haven't gotten to really use anything to make sure it's clean. So go check out Andy Clean, guys. He's a great dude. I love Andy. He's got a great product. But let's get some ideas going and figure out what we're going to do once we get this mower running. With my co-host, Jerry the Pineapple. If you guys don't know who this is my channel mascot, Jerry. We're going to be hitting the drawing board to let you guys know what the John Deere 56 has planned for it. Please excuse the fact that I am a left-handed writer and I suck at actually penmanship. So this is going to be interesting to see how well this goes. The most important thing is, of course, you know, the 56. Biggest thing we have to work on with this, engine running. That is obviously priority numero uno. Once we get the motor and the drivetrain functioning properly, it is going to be going on to cosmetics. That will lead us to phase 2, which is body work. So like I was mentioning, that fiberglass cover is going to need a fixing on the top, so we're going to do body work by cutting that hole in the top of the engine cover so that way we can properly fit this Tecumseh underneath the hood. I've already pre-drilled the holes that can mount the motor to the chassis, so I'm not too worried about that. Following the body work, we're going to move on to our paint and prep section. We're going to need to make sure that this mower actually has adequate prepperage to get a good looking paint job on it. Paint work. So again, my penmanship, horrible, don't really care. I'm a lefty writing on a whiteboard. What do you want from me? This is going to be by far probably the most intensive piece besides getting the mower running because I have to sand down that fiberglass cover once we get everything fixed on it between all the cracks and the dings and the dents. Then we got to spray it with a coat of primer, and I got a bunch of green paint as well to get it a nice shiny green, but I'm also going to have to do this work to the frame as well as the wheels. Which brings us to our final portion of the project, which is the end result, a working, fully operational riding lawn tractor that we can use to do projects to better maintain as well as progress my current area and maybe even build something off of it, whether it's a small little business or things that I just, you know, want to waste time on by engaging myself in activities. A big thing that I do actually want to use this mower for is stuff like hauling grass away. I also want to do things like aerate, dethatch. I mean, there's so many little things that I could do with this mower that it is not even funny. And the 56's life, it just needs to get more out of it. So I think, honestly, guys, it's just a matter of putting our teeth to the grindstone and getting this mower done. So that's going to do it for this updated video, guys, on Project 56. I hope you guys are enjoying it and you're getting excited. Let me know down in the comment section what you're the most excited for. And if you really do want to see more about this mower, I've been at this project for over 5 years now, or going on to it for 5 years, and I just really want to see this thing live its life again to the fullest. With the power of Andy Clean and my boys at Prairie State Tractor, we're going to get this thing going, and we're going to make this the best mower that there ever was on the internet. So that's all going to do it for me, guys. We will see you all in the next one. This is the Rental Man out. Peace.